Roman Reigns injures Bronson Reed, Booker T dazed and confused after Lola Vice broke the internet, Syko Stu's health update after being mercilessly assaulted, why SmackDown still isn't streaming live on Peacock, Painkiller overdose theory and Hulk Hogan's death rejected, an update on Grande Americano, Randy Orton pushes for Matt Riddle's return, Naomi's replacement found. Let's dive right in. Booker T dazed and confused after Lola Vice broke the internet. At NXT Heatwave 2025, WWE superstar Lola Vice left Hall of Famer Booker T speechless with her performance. She competed in a thrilling triple threat match against Kalani Jordan and Jida Parker to earn a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. The match was a wild back-and-forth battle, with all three women delivering jaw-dropping action. In the end, Vice sealed the win with a sneaky roll-up pin on Parker. The real showstealer came when Vice unleashed a series of running hip attacks on both opponents, a move that sent social media into a frenzy with countless fan reactions. Even Booker T couldn't hold back his excitement while watching her in action. "Oh yes, here we go, baby. Yeah. Oh yes, baby. One more time for your mind. Can we get a little more? One more time. Dazed and confused, baby, but it feels good," Booker said. Lola Vice isn't the only one getting Booker T fired up. He also goes wild whenever WWE superstar Stephanie Baker hits her signature Devil's Kiss move. Before moving to the main roster, the Chilean star dominated NXT, capturing both the NXT Women's Championship and the Women's North American title. Vacates became a huge fan favorite, and her viral Devil's Kiss still gets fans hyped on TV. Booker never misses a chance to bring the energy on commentary when La Primera is in the ring. With more big matches still to come at NXT Heatwave, everyone's curious to see what Shawn Michaels has up his sleeve for the rest of the show. Syko Stu's health update after being mercilessly assaulted. The wrestling world is reeling from the vicious assault on Syko Stu, and his brother Andrew Smith has shared a sobering update on his condition. Stuart Smith, known as Syko Stu, is stable, but still in critical care after a savage beatdown by Rhea Jackson at a KnockX Pro Wrestling Academy event. The attack, which triggered a full LAPD investigation, left Stu with shattered facial bones and severe dental injuries. Andrew took to Facebook to express gratitude for the outpouring of support while highlighting the gravity of his brother's situation. He's currently stable but in critical care. At this time, we're focused on his recovery and appreciate all the support. Andrew also sounded a warning about fake fundraisers popping up online, clarifying that the family has not launched any official crowdfunding efforts. "We currently do not have a GoFundMe set up. Any links posted are not affiliated with us." The assault came after KnockX Pro's AJ Mana was caught on video urging Rhea Jackson to attack Stu backstage, telling him to give him his F receipt over a botched in-ring moment. The brutal incident has put KnockX Pro under fire, especially since the academy is linked to WWE as a training center. As the situation grows more intense, the wrestling community continues to stand by Syko Stu, though now with a heads up to steer clear of scam donation links. Adding fuel to the controversy, WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam posted on Twitter in support of Rhea Jackson, son of MMA star Rampage Jackson, without explaining why. "So far, I got Rhya's back. Looking forward to talking about it tomorrow on my podcast." Fans were stunned by Van Dam's stance, and the replies were filled with shock and outrage. One fan couldn't hold back, responding to the tweet, "You can't be serious about this." The backlash stems from video evidence showing Rhea Jackson storming the ring and unleashing a real unscripted attack on Stu, who was later rushed to the hospital. Backstage footage also revealed AJ Mana pushing Jackson to act. The LAPD is now investigating, and WWE is reviewing KnockX Pro's ties to the company. As of August 24th, Stu is conscious and talking, but his injuries are severe, broken facial bones and lost teeth. Wrestler Doug Mallow, who stepped in during the chaos, described a gruesome scene where Stu was choking on his own blood and teeth in front of families and kids. While Van Dam hints at sharing more on his podcast, with Stu still fighting to recover and the LAPD digging deeper, his vague tweet has only stirred more tension. Why SmackDown still isn't streaming live on Peacock. WWE fans eager to watch Friday Night SmackDown live on Peacock are in for a long wait, and now the reason is crystal clear. On the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer revealed that NBC Universal is deliberately keeping SmackDown off Peacock's live streaming to safeguard its TV ratings on the USA Network. While discussing Saturday night's main event shifting to Peacock as a streaming exclusive, Meltzer explained that SmackDown's absence from live streaming isn't about technical issues. It's all about protecting viewership numbers. The only reason you would not stream SmackDown live on Peacock, the only reason, is for fear of hurting TV ratings on USA Network. And obviously by this choice, what that tells you is that TV ratings of SmackDown on USA Network are exceedingly important to NBC right now. because if they weren't, they would be trying to build up their Peacock service with SmackDown every single week, Meltzer said. He emphasized that if NBC Universal truly wanted to boost Peacock's subscriber numbers, SmackDown would be streaming live every week without question. Instead, the company is sticking to a 30-day delay before episodes hit the platform, showing where their focus lies. If you're really trying to build streaming retention, SmackDown Weekly on Peacock is your ticket, but they're keeping that 30-day window before SmackDown hits streaming. That's a clear signal about where their priorities are, Meltzer added. While Saturday night's main event is moving to Peacock to help the streaming service, SmackDown's absence from live streaming speaks volumes. NBC Universal is ready to shift some shows to streaming, but won't touch their top weekly show. It's a careful strategy, balancing traditional TV ratings while trying to keep up in the streaming race. Painkiller overdose theory and Hulk Hogan's death rejected. The wrestling world is still grappling with Hulk Hogan's sudden passing, and wild theories are fueling heated debates. Bubba the Love Sponge has been pointing fingers, even blaming Eric Bischoff, but now Kevin Nash is stepping in to shut down one major rumor. On Click This number 164, saved at an IHOP, host Sean Oliver pivoted from talking about wrestlers and movies to the swirling speculation about what caused Hogan's death. Oliver brought up Bubba's recent comments, noting that he'd been vocal about Hogan's fading health and suggested an accidental painkiller overdose might be to blame. Bubba the Love Sponge was doing some episodes and he had kind of been reporting on Hogan's health. He was putting forth his personal opinion that it could have been an accidental opioid overdose from an overprescription, Oliver said. Kevin Nash quickly dismissed the idea, making it clear Hogan wasn't a fan of pain meds. Hogan hated pain meds, Nash stated. The conversation then shifted to another theory from TMZ, mentioned on Dave Meltzer's site, claiming Hogan's death might stem from medical malpractice during a recent surgery. According to the report, which is on lockdown, the therapist says during a recent operation, unclear whether it was heart or neck, the surgeon severed his phrenic nerve. The phrenic nerve, by the way, controls the diaphragm and is essential for breathing, Oliver explained. Nash wasn't convinced, questioning how such a mistake could lead to a delayed death. Well, he got up and moved around, but he didn't just come home, he had a couple of good days, right? Is that something that would have a delayed reaction? Nash asked. He doubled down with a sharper take. If you severed a nerve that ran your diaphragm, I don't think that would take more than a few hours before you were in some kind of F major distress, he said. Oliver noted that an autopsy was done, but no official results have been released. Nash ended the segment on a quieter note, reflecting on his friend's passing. I just know my buddy's out of pain and where he wants to be, Nash said. As theories swirl, from medical malpractice to claims that business associates like Bischoff pushed Hogan too hard, Nash's words urge caution, reminding everyone to wait for facts before buying into rumors about the Hulkster's tragic death. An update on El Grande Americano. WWE just dropped a bombshell announcement that shakes up the path ahead for El Grande Americano, one of the hottest names on the roster. The news broke during the NXT Heatwave Premium Live event, setting the stage for big things. Fans have been buzzing about who's behind the mask. Word is it was Chad Gable at first, but with Gable sidelined by injury, it seems Ludwig Kaiser has taken over the role. At the event, NXT General Manager Ava made a game-changing announcement about the Speed titles, revealing that they're coming to the developmental brand. Sol Ruca will be defending her Women's Speed Championship at No Mercy, and her opponent will be determined after a tournament between one star from Raw or SmackDown, one from NXT, AAA, and TNA, Ava declared. This move directly affects El Grande Americano, the current men's speed champion, who's likely to defend his title in NXT just like Ruca. Since WWE took over AAA, several stars have been jumping between promotions, and El Grande Americano made a splash at AAA's Triple Mania. There, he battled Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and El Hijo del Vikingo for the Mega Championship. The match was a thrilling showcase, with everyone expecting Dirty Dom, the current Intercontinental Champion, to walk away with double gold. But thanks to a surprise interference by AJ Styles targeting Mysterio, Vikingo snagged the win. A recent Wrestling Observer newsletter report says the creative team, led by Triple H, is pushing to turn El Grande Americano into a major star in AAA. They're even considering tweaking his comedic character to give him a more serious edge. With so much momentum behind him, it's anyone's guess what WWE has in store for El Grande Americano's next chapter. Randy Orton pushes for Matt Riddle's return. A major WWE star is pushing for a reunion to wrap up an unfinished chapter with Matt Riddle. The former WWE superstar recently spilled the beans about his desire to return and complete his story with Randy Orton, and it seems the Viper feels the same way. The fan-favorite RK Bro team, known for its wildly entertaining run, came to a halt when Orton got injured and took a long break. By the time he was back on WWE TV, Riddle had been let go by the company. The King of Bros has been vocal about wanting to return, and in a recent TMZ interview, he shared his excitement excitement about working with his real-life friend and wrestling legend Randy Orton again. If it's up to me, yes. I want to finish my story with Randy Orton, Riddle said. I know Randy really wants to finish it with me as well, and the fans would be happy, even if it was a couple-month run. Riddle revealed that back in 2022, there were plans for him to betray Orton, but the storyline never happened because of Orton's injury. But at the end of the day, I was like, guys, I'm still new to WWE compared to Randy, and if he turns on me, they're not going to cheer for me. They're going to cheer for the legend that is Randy Orton. So if anything, I would like to turn on Randy. I was very much looking forward to that, not just because of the matches, but being able to dive into a different version of my character, he said. Whether WWE will bring Riddle back to reignite his storyline with Orton remains to be seen. Fans of the King of Bros are crossing their fingers for one more run to see him clash with the Viper. Naomi's replacement found. Naomi's decision to vacate the WWE Women's World Championship due to her pregnancy has sparked a big question about who'll step into her shoes. Veteran journalist Bill Apter thinks this is the perfect chance for a fan-favorite star to reclaim the spotlight. That star is Rhea Ripley, who's been away from the world title picture for months. Apter believes now is the time for Ripley to shine again, given her massive popularity among WWE fans, making her a prime pick to carry the championship. On the latest episode of The Wrestling Time Machine, hosted by Mac Davis, Apter shared his thoughts. Now that Naomi has relinquished the world championship on the women's end of it, maybe they can find a way for them to bring Rhea Ripley back to the forefront, because she is now having a feud with Asuka and Sky and all that, and it seems like they moved her, I don't know, down a level. And I think if they have a tournament to crown a new world champion, this might be a good thing to get Rhea Ripley up a few notches again, Apter said. While Ripley's potential rise is making waves, Naomi's pregnancy has been stealing the headlines. Teddy Long joined the chorus of well-wishers, praising her hard work and life choice on the same episode of The Wrestling Time Machine. Congratulations to her, man, because you know she is another hard worker too, but you know you still got that family life too. And for her to decide to want to do that and take some time off and, you know, have a kid or whatever. Because I think she is pretty good shape right now, and if she needed to retire, I think she'd be okay. So that's good for them. Congratulations to both of them, Long said. Becky Lynch took a playful jab at Naomi, calling her timing irresponsible. Naomi fired back, pointing out that Becky vacated her own title in 2020 for the same reason. Apter clarified on the Wrestling Time Machine that it was just a friendly inside joke between the two. I don't think Becky was being vicious in her comment whatsoever there. Smart is right. That's exactly what she is being, and you know, got it all over the internet, Apter said. On his drive-through podcast, inside sources explained how Naomi's pregnancy turned her into a fan-favorite babyface, disrupting her heel character arc. And then they give her a big push and she turns heel and she becomes interesting and she's the champion of the biggest company in the world. And I know they're all happy as clams she's pregnant too, but I'm telling you it's valuable commodities on my roster as far as being a booker, matchmaker, talent coordinator. All these people have contributed to this. The booking, the producing, the whole 9 yards, and anybody can get injured. But this is like a self-inflicted broken leg at the biggest moment of your career, one would think, the source said. Roman Reigns injures Bronson Reed. Roman Reigns has been struggling since losing his undisputed WWE Universal Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 in a high-stakes rematch. The once unstoppable tribal chief seems to have lost his edge, often landing in hot water, something rare during his dominant run. He's been off WWE TV for stretches, but always returns with a fire. Now, his next match could unleash the ruthless side of Reigns again, possibly leaving his opponent, Bronson Reed, injured and replaced by a 5-time champion at Clash in Paris 2025. Tonight's Raw kicks off with Reigns, but his next rival might interrupt, setting the stage for chaos. The Vision's plan to mess with Reigns' head could backfire, as an enraged tribal chief might unleash a vicious attack on Reed, sidelining him, while CM Punk and LA Knight take out Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. In a wild twist, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce might swap out Reed for 2-time Intercontinental Champion and 2-time NXT Champion Braun Breaker to face Reigns at Clash in Paris 2025. This idea is just speculation for now, with no official word yet. On The Rich Eisen Show, former United States Champion Jacob Fatu was asked about teaming with the original tribal chief. The Samoan werewolf admitted he'd never considered it, but said it would be a dream come true. You know, we just split, but I never even thought about that. But man, that do sound good. Obviously, your boy needs some help right now. I never thought about that, man, but it will be good. Once again, it's the family, baby. Yeah, that would be a special moment for me, Fatu said. It'll be a wild ride to see how the Reigns versus Reed match plays out at the France PLE, and if the OTC can dominate the former North American champion. Recently, Reed handed stolen shoes belonging to Reigns to Saxton, while Breaker yelled, threatening Saxton if he used them, ordering him to sit at ringside. Inside sources questioned why Reed wasn't in last month's gauntlet match with Breaker, missing a chance for a major storyline. Explain this to me, Chris. Why is Braun Breaker in the gauntlet and not Bronson Reed? That could have been a whole story. Guys, if this is the Attitude Era, Breakker and Bronson Reed are having a match to determine who gets that spot in the gauntlet, okay? Why is Bronson Reed not in that match? This is what I'm talking about, bro, and here's what everything comes down to. There's no planning because there's no time to plan. It is content, churn it out, content, get the shows on content. There is no time to think the simplest of things through, inside sources said.